right, people, this is the one where I talk with my mouth full because the popcorn is hot and the film guy is here. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right, so what should we be watching right now? You've always got suggestions that I probably never would have thought of. What have you got?
Well, you know, many people that like to stream know that Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, at the beginning of the month, they always add a bunch of films and TV shows. And I thought we'd do something a little different this week and talk about a movie that many people know. It's been out for 23 years, Mission Impossible. The 7-film series has earned $3.5 billion in the worldwide box office. And I thought we'd talk a little bit about Tom Cruise and how it's held up after all these years.
Do it, yeah.
It's that
been a long
old?
time ago, I know.
23 years, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Cruise plays Agent Ethan Hunt, a member of a spy organization. After a mission goes terribly wrong, Ethan finds himself the lone survivor of his whole crew and is pinned as the culprit of the failed mission. So now Ethan has to find a new crew and clear his name. Of course, a lot of people remember this iconic scene as he is kind of being roped down into a facility where he can't touch the ground.
That's what I always think
And
of.
there's the eye drop that his tear that almost falls and then he has to catch it, or sweat.
Sweat, yeah. Crazy, I remember that. That's what I always think of when I think of this movie.
Yeah, most people do, and they've kind of spoofed it a little bit with other movies where they do that little jump where they can't touch the ground in a couple of different series.
Now, what do you remember most about that film? Because I mean, yes, this scene is, as you said, iconic. But what do you remember?
Yes. Well, you know, what's funny is as I was 10, I'll give away my age. I was 10 at the time. And I remember how dark this movie is. And most of the later movies weren't so dark. And it had almost kind of a horrific tone to it, especially this scene as they're trying to figure out their failed mission. They're trying to maybe fix the problem.
Yeah.
Sarah, played by Kristen Scott Thomas, follows this crew's target toward a gate. You know, it's not really what what happens in the event. It is kind of creepy with this gate scenario, but it's the lighting and the fog that it just makes it so dark for me. And I just remember never really wanting to go to Europe ever
because of this
scene. But none of the other movies really were this dark. Later, people, he lost crew members, he lost people, but it was never this kind of scary in a sense.
Interesting. What were you not expecting besides that? I mean, what else took you by surprise here?
Well, I always forget Emilio Estevez is in this film. He has a small part as one of the crew members, but what's interesting is that in every Mission Impossible movie, there's always that scene where you're ready for the da-da moment where he pulls off the mask, and it's Tom Cruise. And what's funny about this movie is that he actually does a lot of makeup too. The opening scene, he plays an interrogator.
Yep.
And that failed mission scene, he actually plays a senator. It's clearly Tom Cruise. And so it's kind of cool that he's able to do that, and maybe that's kind of a reveal of, oh, maybe this isn't, then nobody else could be Tom Cruise because we can tell it's not him. And then he pulls the mask off, but at least it was a little more about the makeup back then. Compared to now, it's just some actor, usually the bad guy, walks up and then, boom, oh no, it's Tom Cruise.
So many of those movies.
What else is out there to stream?
Well, it's a funny little thing. There's a movie just coming out, I believe, straight to DVD called The Haunting of Sharon Tate. Just 1 month, about a month or so before Tarantino's film Once Upon a Time in America, which is kind of related to the Manson killings. What's interesting about this one is that it's actually directed by Roman Polanski. So it's directed by Sharon Tate's former husband.
Yeah.
And also out to stream is Wonder Park, the fun animated film about the theme park. And also one of my favorite films of the year so far, Us. A family goes on a beautiful vacation to Santa Cruz, but a horrifying past experience at the famous boardwalk sparks new events to take place. The family's doppelgangers arrive to take back their lives.
Oh, wow.
The hit follow-up to Jordan Peele's Get Out was kind of more of a comedy for me than a horror film. As they're defending their lives, the scare is more like slasher film really than a psychological thriller like Get Out was.
Yeah.
But stand-up performances definitely were the Black Panther co-stars Winston Duke and Lupita Nyong'o as the parents. So great performances. Fun movie. Really
All right,
enjoyed
yeah,
the
another one. My daughter's been wanting to see that, but it had completely fallen off my radar. So thank you. Yeah, that one will be a dandy
All right.
for sure.
We want to, when we'll be back in just a little bit.
Are we going to take a break right now? I
Taking
think
a break?
we are. Hey, can we get some more popcorn?
I'll see what I can do.
See what
Have a
you can
little.
find.